Hey guys, what's up? It's Jules here for What Culture, and I want to talk to you about Wolverine. Now, Wolverine has fast become the poster boy of the X-Men, and it's very easy to see why, with his penchant for killing, his amazing gravity-defying hair, and his love of the word bub. He's as close as you can get to being an anti-hero while still being a hero, and he's got a lusciously dark past, which writers just love to pour over, and we're just like, oh, thank you so much, I'll have 2 more of those, please. Yes. His abilities are the stuff of nerdy wet dreams. He's got super fast healing rate, the ability to have claws come out of his goddamn hands, heightened senses, and incredible strength. Oh, and also he's got a body made of adamantium. Probably should have mentioned that first. But with all these amazing abilities, one has to ask, how do you kill him? I mean, I'm not saying that I want to, but I'm just also thinking that sort of powers, if it ever went rogue, would be very hard to deal with. Now, in the comics, he has never stayed dead for very long, even when writers promise that he's never coming back. For many, whenever he's put under for a dirt nap, he is literally just doing that, taking a rest, and he's got a little ticking clock telling him to wake up for the next juicy storyline. But let's just for a moment take a look at the best ways to kill the Wolverine. So we all know that Wolverine's adamantium skeleton is one of his biggest boons, but as the film Logan pointed out, it's actually slowly poisoning him, basically eating him from the inside out. Not fun. And then you have to consider that his skeleton has actually been used against him time and time again. Magneto famously in 1993 ripped his entire skeleton out of him. But even that didn't kill him. It looked disgusting though, but it didn't kill him. And I mean, if you're wondering how it didn't kill him, I mean, I'm asking that question too, but Wolverine has been shown to survive from just a clump of cells. Biology be damned! But what about using adamantium against him? A super cooled version of the metal was poured all over him in the very aptly named Death of Wolverine comic. Now, while having an amazing metal skeleton might get you out of a few scrapes, it ain't gonna help you shift an absolute ton of the stuff encasing you like a human candle. And once Wolverine realized this, he suffocated. End of story. So there we go. There's one way to kill him. Suffocation. Make a little chart of that. Put it here. Suffocation. And speaking of taking your breath away, let's talk a moment about Hugh Jackman, or more importantly, about his fear of flying. Now, you might have noticed in the films that Wolverine has an aversion to flying, and this is because the actor said that he basically didn't want Wolverine to like flying either. He said, I think a direct quote was, I wouldn't like him unless I knew that he had a fear of flying. Bit of a weird thing to give a character, but it does actually play into one of Wolverine's real comic book fears, which is a deathly fear of drowning. I mean, he has got a skeleton made of metal, which probably isn't very conducive to swimming, and if you couple that with being trapped on a metal tube in which you've got no control, which usually flies over water, you can see these two fears interlink. And drowning is the next way that you would kill him. Up on the chart there. Drowning. Although technically that's more for the movie version than the comic book version. Just to clarify. So now we come to the less conventional ways of killing him, the ones that you're not likely to find lying around the shop. The Marumasa blade, which basically stops all healing from happening because it's made with the power of dead souls, which just sounds charming to be fair. Then you could either throw him into the sun or you could nuke him. But none of these are technically guaranteed to work. I mean, I know what I've just said is throwing a person into the sun, but like I said before, if only a few cells of that survive, he could technically come back. What I'm trying to say is, maybe we shouldn't look at the weird mutant ways of killing him and appeal to his more human side. Because if you use the following things like suffocation, drowning, maybe even starvation, you're gonna take the man out of the mantanium. Admantanium. There was a joke there. And if none of these options work, then I have one final solution for you. Make the character unpopular. Make his sales decline and watch him die a death of obscurity. Which is probably the saddest one of all. So let's not make that happen. Not that you'd want to anyway. He's a great character. He smokes a cigar like a champ. Stab you right up. Gives you the middle finger with that. Best guy really, isn't he? best guy. Anyway, those are my thoughts on how you might want to kill the Wolverine. I definitely don't, because if I went toe-to-toe with the guy, I'd be dead before I even tried. Anyway, let me know down in the comment section below if you've got any other ways that you could try killing him. And as always, I've been Jules, you've been awesome, and I'll speak to you soon. Hey look, they made it through to the end of the video!
I'm so proud of them.
Jesus Christ, I wouldn't have.
No.
But thanks anyway. Like, share, and subscribe below. And look at the people who made this. Like I made him, my son Ewan. Also, there's some stuff above us, which you might want to check out. Brilliant!